Cardinals of Calvert Hall open their conference season with a convincing win over Gilman on Tuesday behind the great play of Jacob Kelly and JT Bugliosi. They host the number 1 ranked McDonogh Eagles tonight, who are led by the dangerous attack unit of Liam Powderly, Jack Parr, and Jack Sweeney. It's the Eagles versus the Cardinals on CSE TV next.
Hey, and here we are. MIAA conference season. The conference schedule's upon us. Thanks for joining Bob Shriver. Bob, we got McDonogh at Calvert Hall. Tell us about McDonogh and their season so far.
Well, they're already 2 months in. It's hard to believe this is only the second MIAA game, but a conference game. Excuse me. They've had a terrific start to their year. They played a really challenging non-conference schedule. They came out of the gate in their first MIAA game, beat St. Joe pretty handily the other day.
And a synopsis of Calvert Hall to this point.
Pretty much the same program in a way. They played some really challenging non-conference games. They've started to find their stride. They had a really nice win over Gilman the other day in their first game, and I expect this to be a really great battle.
And you've learned a little bit about these teams. Who are we going to look for today for the McDonogh Eagles?
Well, you might start, believe it or not, with number 14, freshman Gable. Played last year in a varsity campaign as an 8th grader and was terrific, and now he's brought his game to the A conference, and he's winning about at a 75% clip. Goalie Ali Abramson's a senior for McDonogh, number 4. He's really settled down. I think he had a little problems early in the year, but he settled down. Our game, last game we did, the Gonzaga game, he was terrific. And Brendan Shore is a 4-year starter on defense, number 34, and he's really, you never notice him. And the reason you don't notice him is because you never notice a guy he's covering doing much.
And that gives them some key matchups today. Who do you like for the Calvert Hall Cardinals?
Well, we could start with number 5, senior JT Bugliosi. He's been a 4-year starter for Calvert Hall. He's an attackman, but when you watch the game today, you'll see he really plays up in front of the goal in the middle of the field. He's a tremendous shooter. 16, another senior, Brendan Curry, is a 4-year varsity player as well. He's really found his stride. He's an incredibly fast kid, and he's really starting to find his game shooting the ball. And then another senior, number 24, Omari DeBerry. He's another 4-year starter, and he runs midfield with Brendan Curry on their first group, and they're a dangerous pair.
Talk about some. We'll have the opening face-off, and at halftime, the Durham Capital Special. We're going to go behind the scenes with Miles Jones. You're not. The MIAA Lacrosse Championships return to Johns Hopkins' iconic Homewood Field this May. The title is up for grabs in this powerhouse conference that features the best rivalries in high school lacrosse. The action begins with the A Conference semifinals on Monday, May 22nd, and champions will be crowned on Thursday, May 25th. Log on to MIAALacrosse.com for schedule and ticket information. MIAA Lacrosse, where the stars of tomorrow play for a championship today. Corrigan Sports Enterprises is a full-service sports marketing and event management company. Every detail from marketing, public relations, logistics, and cleanup, Corrigan Sports Enterprises handles events from conception to fruition. The premier lacrosse and field hockey recruiting tournaments and high-profile running events. Corrigan Sports Enterprises. If you can dream it, we'll make it happen. The 2017 Under Armour Underclass Tryout and Tournament are the standard of the sport. Measure yourself against the top competition in your region as college coaches from every level flock to the tryouts to recruit talented lacrosse players. College recruiting is too competitive to miss out on this opportunity. Go to UnderArmourLacrosse.com for more information and to register now. At Kelly, we provide integrated total benefits, payroll, and workforce management solutions for employers of every size. Save time and control costs. Visit kellyway.com.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful, fresh, and nutritious. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
Diversified Insurance Industries, commercial and personal insurance, risk management, and specialty programs. Get more information and contact an advisor at DII-INS.com.
I got the magic in me. Let's go. Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold.
Performance for the Goat Boys. He threw the
Magic in me.
Gary Gates behind.
The MIAA Lacrosse Championships return to Johns Hopkins' iconic home Woodfield this May. The title is up for grabs in this powerhouse conference that features the best rivalries in high school lacrosse. The action begins with the A Conference semifinals on Monday, May 22nd, and champions will be crowned on Thursday, May 25th. Log on to MIAALacrosse.com for schedule and ticket information. MIAA Lacrosse, where the stars of tomorrow play for a championship today.
It's been 3 years since the first Courage game, a one-of-a-kind sporting event celebrating equality and inclusion for all people. So much has changed since that time, yet the mission of the game has stayed the same. The next Courage game will take place in Providence, Rhode Island on May 28th following the NCAA Division I Women's Championship game. Braden Lang, whose story was originally showcased in the ESPN SportsCenter featured piece, will be there to play fast with purpose. Will you?
And there you get a look at the Calvert Hall Cardinals in their home whites. McDonogh Eagles be rocking their road orange with white shorts. Goalies come out, shake hands. Referees give their final instructions. Bob, these are two great coaching staffs as well.
Yeah, and they share a big common bond. They're both Calvert Hall alums. Coach Kelly is in his 22nd season at the helm of the Cardinals. Spent 3 years coaching the JV. Coach Hillgardner actually helped coach Calvert Hall when he first got out of college, and this is in his 9th season at McDonogh.
And there's your face-off man, Gabble Braun, facing off for Calvert Hall tonight. Michael Autry, Chance Campbell, a little bit injured, and no surprise there, Bob.
Well,
Braun knows how to win face-offs.
He's made a colossal difference, I think, for McDonogh, at least this year. They've never had, or at least in my
since Danny Callagher, right?
You know, since Dan Callagher, who was pretty good, but in my recollection, they've never had anybody that's dominated the way he has so far in his season.
Eagles' first midfield line out. A tremendous group. Alex Pitts, number 15. This, of course, the Rocket Man, Griffin Catlett. And now they get a little off-ball action. Simmons wants the turn, pushes it behind for Powderly. Powderly gets a little bit of a step, and the defense for Calvert Hall is chasing right now. Calvert Hall defender Daniel DePiso. Here's Pitts. Simmons gets it from him. Oh, shot off the left side. Simmons, go do that voodoo that you do so well.
We've highlighted Jack Simmons a couple times already this year. If you watch on this replay, his body is inside the football hash marks. Great place to shoot, and we've commented consistently about how hard he shoots a lacrosse ball. He's naturally a left-hander. He also shoots a very hard righty. This is a left-handed high heater right over the goalie's left shoulder. Beautiful shot.
McDonogh takes an early 1-0 lead on the unassisted goal by Simmons. And Autry and Braun back to the face-off logo. Beautiful night here, Bob.
Spring is in the air. It's April 21st, and this is only the second MIAA game.
Yeah.
Hard to believe.
Autry wins that one clean to himself and comes away with possession.
That'll be, sorry, as this game wears on, if Autry can go 50-50, I think it'll be a huge bonus for Calvert Hall. McDonogh has not been in a situation where somebody's won 50% of the faceoffs. So far, they're at a 50-50 clip. But we've seen Braun adjust in every game we've seen them play so far this year. So, you know, that'll be a storyline to follow for sure.
Here is Brendan Curry with possession. Coming in to round out the midfield, Jack Sawyer, number 6, along with Omari DeBerry.
The Lacrosse fans, this is a very unusual setup. They actually roll a midfielder behind the goal. They take attackman JT Bugliosi. He plays in the middle up top. DeBerry and Curry are on his outside wings. Curry will start running downhill and try to create some offense.
Of course, he's got BJ Farrar on him, which is no picnic tonight for Brendan Curry, evidently. Here's DeBerry. Sure on him. Outside shot, no good.
It looks like right now McDonogh has elected to triple pole these midfielders. They're triple polling them.
First quarter brought to you by Kelly & Associates. Payroll, technology, and benefit solutions. Go to kellyway.com to learn how Kelly can help you. Kelly is so key to our success, Bob. It's great to have the Kellys. Speaking of, Daniel Kelly, 45, Jacob Kelly, 9. Calvert Hall's had Kellys for a long, long time.
So they're shorting the midfielder behind the goal, number 6, Jack Sawyer. Shorting attackman Daniel Kelly, the younger brother of Jacob, freshman.
DeBerry pushes it. Here's Curry behind Jacob Kelly. Now to number 6, Sawyer. Sawyer inverted against. Coach Trey Whitty has done such a tremendous job with this McDonogh defense. Sawyer doesn't like anything about it. And now we get a shot clock against Calvert Hall. Kelly.
Going to be a shot coming from Bugliosi, I think. Nope.
DeBerry, low burner, goes wide. That will not stop the clock, reset the clock. 18 seconds now to shoot. Early first quarter action here on CSE TV. Booker Corrigan and Bob Shriver bringing you the game. Jacob Kelly. Oh, excuse me, Sawyer. I hope he takes that as a compliment. Ball in and out of the stick with the shot clock now at 3. He does the smart thing by just icing it, and now you drop it and get off.
Interesting that time. Bugliosi never really initiated anything from his center midfield spot. Great drive by Calvert Hall. Beautiful.
Great deep twagging on the far side. Shot goal. Outside stinger by Jacob Kelly. Was it 9 or 5?
Well, it was 5 shot it, but it looked like Daniel and Jacob double-teamed this riding play. McDonogh lost the ball, picked up the loose ball, got it to Bugliosi, and he's deadly from 15 yards and in.
I'd like to meet the high school kid that's deadly, especially against Ollie Abramson. He's been playing great this year, but that's a transition Abramson wasn't set, right?
Correct. Those that mistake right there from McDonogh is something that you don't see very often. In all the technical parts of the game, riding, clearing, extra man, man down, and facing off, they're usually very good.
They're going to give it to McDonogh on the hold. Romo Mantelli, number 41, gets a lot of wing play. Here's Simmons, the goal scorer for the Eagles. Griffin Catlett.
All juniors on this midfield, Catlett, Pitts, and Simmons. They're all very good.
Powderly behind. Drives right side, pushes it. Simmons rolls back, gains the middle of the field, and double comes, holds on to it. What a save on the inside. 6 save by Liam Darragh. Bob, not up in here.
Not up in here. He was standing on the crease line, and Liam held his ground really nicely. That's a beautiful save. Liam, I'm looking down here at the other end of the field. Liam is a big kid. I bet he weighs 200 pounds. Looks like he's about 6 feet. He fills up a lot of the cage. He doesn't give offense much to shoot at.
I'd say he and I are about 200 each. He's doing a good job in the weight room, much like myself.
Just looking down, I would say that you might have him by about 20.
You're taking the over on the 200 call?
This is Calvert Hall's second midfield. We have a sophomore right there, number 19 is a lefty. Came from Georgia.
Daniel Kelly.
Connor Mitchell, and he runs midfield with his brother, another sophomore. They're twins. Excuse me, and they play with Nick Green, who used to be a starting attackman for Calvert Hall. Now he's running on the second midfield group.
Some errant passes there, and Jack Parr will settle things for the Eagles. As 22, Riley Mitchell comes in. A lot of guys getting a lot of time right now. And Bob, as a guy who wants warmed a bench, I like to see as many guys getting games.
Both teams play a boatload of guys. We're already seeing Calvert Hall with their second pole in the game, their second short stick defensive middies. They got a freshman 48, Cole Herbert, on the field. They've got a Mitchell stuck on the field, midfielder Mitchell. He's playing Liam Powderly behind. That's a matchup McDonogh wants to exploit.
And they also have former attackman Matty Hillgartner cutting down on the crease, number 29, looking to get open. Powderly comes around. Another save by Dara.
Another nice save.
Parr, nice loose ball, has it checked away, and it's going to be Calvert Hall possession. Stickler defense by DePiso.
Both teams a little sloppy early. They're, typical nerves. Starting big game Friday night. Nice crowd brewing.
Sure. Bob
Spring,
Shriver
beautiful
broadcasting it under the watchful.
Calvert Hall's coming back with their first group. Bugliosi loves to do this
speed. Tries for Daniel Kelly. They have a man there. He runs over. That was always one of my pet peeves. You're going to get over there, get a piece of it.
Well, one thing Bugliosi does, he scored his first goal in that little bit of a big unsettled. He likes to go to the goal when it appears the defense isn't set. He just did that there and made a bad pass. Nice check by McDonogh, ball out of bounds.
Pass a little high for Abramson. Jacob Kelly comes, knocks it free. Abramson regathers.
Well, this is something we're seeing Calvert Hall do that we're very surprised they're doing. They just ran a 10-man ride, and McDonogh was very fortunate that Abramson didn't turn the ball over there. Here's Simmons underneath him. Trouble.
Now, Bob, as a coach, did you run 10-man rides a lot, or was it a certain scenario you did? Was it a team that you did?
Very rarely, because I wasn't ever smart enough to set one up.
Yeah. I'd have to confess to the same.
Powderly, the righty behind the goal, sophomore, Liam Powderly, he really likes to drive hard with his left hand and then come back harder with his right hand.
Yep. We've seen it already today.
Yeah, he appears very intent on trying to get back to his strong hand.
But he sells it well.
Yes, he does.
He makes the guy stop him lefty. Turnover by the Eagles as Jack Sweeney drove up. He and Powderly couldn't connect, but now Dara with the clear attempt.
Nice play by Trey Smith. Calvert Hall slides very, very quickly. Trey Smith ran out at Sweeney and forced that errant pass.
Calvert Hall successful clear, haven't stepped it in till now. And this is Smith. Trey Smith, the junior midfielder, number 13, primarily a defensive and a face-off wing guy. You need those guys on your team, Bob, right?
Yeah, now this is their second group again, except they've taken out Connor Mitchell, 19. I think he's got stuck on the field. And they've put in Herbert running with the other Mitchell boy and Nick Green, number 22. And here we see that same formation where they roll an attackman behind the goal with Jacob Kelly.
You mean a midi, Brendan Kelly.
Excuse me, a midi. There's Herbert back behind the goal.
Outside. That's in. I thought it was a mom goal for sure. 2-1 Cardinals.
Freshman Daniel Kelly.
I want to see this replay. This is exciting. He sincerely thought from that angle, and he shot it lefty.
Lefty. Beautiful shot. Not much of the needle. That's two freshmen hooking up there, Herbert to Kelly.
You gotta worry about that if you're a coach in the MIAA. That's 3 more years. Ain't nobody going early. No one and dones here, folks. Although Gable Braun looks like he's been impressive so far this season. B.J. Farrar pushes it to his defensive end. Ollie Abramson comes away and gets it. Now he's trapped into a corner. And they're going to call him out of bounds. He turned his back on the guy. I don't know about the call, but that's what they're going with. And you see Archer Semp down there on the sidelines for McDonogh. Nothing but respect for the way Archer Semp has dealt with the circumstances that he's in. Archer strong, man. Archer strong. First quarter brought to you by Kelly & Associates. Payroll technology and benefits solutions. Go to kellyway.com. And stay here at halftime. A great halftime segment behind the scenes with Miles Jones, brought to you by Durham Capital.
Calvert Hall changing up this offense a little bit. They're in a 1-4-1 set. Curry's going to run down. The two outside middies are going to run in and set a pick. They're going to try to run a little mumbo here.
Brendan Curry runs through it, shot goal. And Bob, that's a nifty little...
Well, this B.J. Farrar, and I think he actually ran through Brendan Shore. There's Farrar. He splits these two guys. There's Shore. He kind of waved at him instead of bodying him. Curry gets in between them. Ball still on his stick. It's one-on-one with the goalie. Touchdown.
And Bob, in defense of the defenders there, give Brendan Curry a little credit. Brendan sure may have been coming up to play body, and he couldn't get it. Brendan Curry may have just slipped the body. Gable Braun, excuse me. Great face-off, clean face-off win, and Abramson now has it as the sun is now below the trees for the players. It was a bit of a topic of discussion. Jacob Kelly breaks up a clear, and now the Daniel Kelly shot goal. Daniel Kelly from Jacob Kelly. Get used to it.
Another failed clear from McDonogh. And I mean this, I've said it before, you don't see this very often. It's a bad pass, great play by Daniel Kelly, finds his little brother all alone. You know, that's not a fair fight for a goaltender. No. You know, the kid's standing at 10 yards, touchdown.
It's the second time Abramson's had to run back into the goal to make a save. That's a tall order. Autry out, working against Braun. And I tell you, Bob, there's some things that you do that just I will never stop to just marvel at. You said he's going to figure it out.
Well, the face-offs so far are 5-1 in McDonogh's favor, but where they have not taken advantage of that, they've thrown two clearing passes away. This is a nice play. Yeah. 10-man ride again. He got it in over the top.
Griffin
another
Catlett,
save.
Not up in here. Darrett slamming the door. He's going to have a chance to do it again. No dice. And Liam Powderly cashes in.
Calvert Hall goes to the 10-man ride. Abramson throws that ball up over the top. Gets the ball to Griffin Catlett. Creates a little bit of an unsettled. That's a tough one. We're seeing some unsettled and really unusual goals by both teams, quite honestly. The style points so far in this game are not great.
So as a coach, do you call it sloppy or do you call it hustle by the guys without the ball?
Oh, I think it's definitely hustle without the ball. You know, riding is nothing but hustle on Calvert Hall's behalf. That time, McDonogh was ready for the 10-man ride. They'd obviously prepared all week for it. They threw the ball up over the top and they got unsettled. Second win for Calvert Hall.
Face-off win for Calvert Hall.
Nice play by wingman Colin Allen, excuse me. Calvert Hall coming back with their first midfield.
This is Curry. Curry with a beautiful goal already today.
Yep, here comes number 6. Jake Sawyer's going to go back behind the goal. Oh, no, they're in this 1-4 set.
Curry, lefty, checked away by B.J. Farrar. Don't get tired of hearing that said. Great regathering by Bugliosi. Inner feed. Oh, what a play. Absolutely huge style points for big-time Jack Sawyer. In the middle of a club with a rub-a-dub with 1 second left on the clock.
Huge. Those goals at the end of quarters, at the end of a half, they are just devastating. There's 1 second on the clock. There's nothing that McDonogh's going to be able to do from here except look up at the scoreboard and see a 5 next to Calvert Hall and a 2 next to their
What a great night here tonight. I tell you, you and I had the sheer pleasure of hanging out a little bit with Frank Kelly Sr.
The Senator.
Well, Senator Frank Kelly, or just Frank. Just one of the great guys in Baltimore lacrosse. Spook Hillgartner as well. Great to see both those gentlemen here before the game. Huge shout out to them. We'll be back. First quarter brought to you by Kelly & Associates, 5-2 Calvert Hall.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Huddles, camps, teams, building three-dimensional athletes and coaches.
I'm Ryan Powell.
I'm Brett Hughes.
I'm Zach Greer.
I'm Brian Silka.
We're the Stripes.
I'm Megan Price.
I'm Anthony Kelly.
Griffin Halliday. Logan Halliday. And we grow the game.
And I grow the game.
I grow the game.
And we grow the game.
And I 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 grow the game, baby.
And I grow the game.
And I grow.
And there you're going to look at Calvert Hall breaking their huddle. This is the MIAA Game of the Week on CSE TV and Lacrosse All-Stars. There's a look at Durham Capital and a behind-the-scenes tour with Miles Jones. He did okay. I mean, how many midfielders do you know in your life, Bob, that can lead their team in goals and assists year after year after year? That's special.
Not many.
Yeah.
Gary Gay probably led him in goals. He didn't have to lead him in assists because he scored like 80.
Yeah, that's true.
But Miles is some athlete, some player. He is literally a load. What's he, 6'5", weighs about 2 1/4. How do you stop that guy?
And he was
and he's talented on top of that. You know, he's not
like
just
Gary
a big
Gay.
kid. You know,
Gary's bigger than everybody, faster and better than him. Back to the face-off dot.
So far, the script is perfect for Calvert Hall. They like a little bit of a sloppy game. Put the ball on the ground. We're going to beat you to the ground ball. We're going to ride you, get it on the ground, score a few unsettled goals. They've had 3, really. And this is the game that they want. McDonogh, on the other hand.
Gable Braun with the face-off win. And now we got, intentional grounding might be the call on that one. Shot by number 13, Chris Wilson. He played a big role last year for the Eagles in their championship drive. Coach Hillgartner, a great person in X's and O's game coaching, but he's also a great developer of talent, as is his adversary tonight, Brian Kelly. But that's what it takes to succeed in this league.
I think Coach Hillgartner is going to look at Chris Wilson's stick and wonder why the ball didn't come out clean when he just shot it.
Yeah, a little too much whip that time. Eagles possession, Eagles in their road orange, Calvert Hall home whites. Griffin Catlin sweeping lefty. Good team defense by Calvert Hall.
Calvert Hall's got a mismatch on defense. They've got a shorty covering Sweeney here. He's a big kid. Liam is on his game in the cage for Calvert Hall so far.
And they're going to give that to McDonogh.
Liam Darris just made another really nice save. There was his size making a big play there. Sweeney had nothing to shoot at because Darrow was in really good position there. Ball bounced off his body, out of bounds. McDonogh gets it back.
Darrow was all over that shot like Chris Gardocki on Dale Doback.
There's Calvert Hall. You see how quick they are to slide, and now they've recovered back pretty nicely.
McDonogh pushes it behind. Here's Powderly.
He'll come back right, I think. Or when he doesn't come back right, he'll pass the ball up the left. If he comes back right, he's looking to feed or go to the goal hard, typically.
This is Catlett, 23. Runs through the defense kicked away, it looked like a little bit there. Credit for save there, post.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hit his foot.
I thought it was a save, too.
Hit his leg, actually, I think. Liam's leg.
His leg or his leg?
His leg.
Simmons comes up with it. Here's Catlett. Eagles with what they like. Great save by Dara. Dara staring down some McDonogh shooters so far tonight. Calvert Hall Cardinals with the clear. Cole Herbert, the freshman. And for that great play, he gets B.J. Farrar, which is code for move the ball quickly.
Herbert will roll behind the goal. We'll see number 25, Grant Mitchell with his brother Connor Mitchell. They're twins, both big, strong kids. Herbert rolls behind. And McDonogh now has the shorty covering one of these midfielders.
And Connor Mitchell looking to get open, number 19. He goes and creates some traffic for Bugliosi. The double comes early. Looked like he may have been fouled, but no call. No moving pick either, so we're even.
This is what Calvert Hall wants. A little bit of that's a bad play by Mitchell right there.
Mitchell wasn't sure what he was going to do with the ball before he threw it. And the Screaming Eagles now looking to clear. Bugliosi all over the midfielder for McDonogh.
Look at them ride. They are riding like crazy. Tremendous play by Calvert Hall. They never gave up. Bad play by McDonogh Midi right there. Casey Settleman. He should have rolled back, thrown the ball back behind him, and just settled. You got 30 seconds.
He was in what I like to call a beehive.
Yeah, no sense being in a hurry. Here's Curry coming out of the box, and they threw the ball away.
And that I think they did for the good of Casey Settleman, because he was busting his hump to get that ball.
And he's exhausted running off the field.
Kind of like me going up the stairs.
McDonogh should be able to clear possession. And just as I say it,
broadcast,
they throw
welcome
the
to the
ball.
club, Bob.
They
Welcome to the club.
Away.
The broadcast. The Mitchell's had a little miscue. And sometimes the greatest teaching tool a coach has is the bench. And sometimes that's where you're going to spend a little bit of time if you need to be taught. If some lessons need to go in.
Calvert Hall has basically kind of forced McDonogh to play at a pace that they want to play, which is very fast. They're running like crazy. Ball's getting on the ground. They go get it, find the open man. So far, this is a textbook Calvert Hall game plan being executed.
Second quarter brought to you by FCA Lacrosse. More. And a star for the FCA. Jacob Kelly inside to Daniel Kelly now. Ball hits the turf, but Omari DeBerry on the spot to get it. Oh, shot goal on the outside. Young Daniel Kelly, welcome to the party, son.
Don makes a nice check. They get the ball on the ground where they want it, or they force the bad pass, but they don't pick it up. Calvert Hall picks it up, goes to the goal. The Kelly brothers out there on the left wing are dangerous. This is Jacob this is Daniel, excuse me. No, that's Jacob for his second goal. Calvert Hall forced a McDonogh timeout.
McDonough's going to take a timeout, and we will step away with them. Second quarter brought to you every time by FCA Lacrosse. 6-2 Cardinals. After a great first year in Philly, the NCAA Future Champions Lacrosse Tourney will be up in Foxborough in conjunction with the NCAA National Championship Weekend. Be on the field for pregame at Gillette Stadium. Put together a special squad just for this event, or bring your established boys or girls team to CSELax.com. Get 20 tickets per team, plus parking passes. Go to CSELax.com to reserve your space.
The Summer Rumble is headed back to Richmond June 10th and 11th and will feature top quality competition from the USA and Canada on River City Sportsplex 12 turf fields. Your high school and youth level teams will thrive in this year's championship tournament in front of college coaches from divisions 1, 2, and 3. Start your summer at the best run event with coolers on every bench, shade tent for every team, and we are back. Calvert Hall up 6-2. Bob, you've been talking about pace of play. Give us the difference between what McDonogh wants for their pace of play and what Calvert Hall's wanting and getting for their pace of play.
McDonogh is a kind of a system team. They can push the ball with the best of them if it's available, but so far in this game they haven't been able to. When they get the ball on offense, they like to run nice, beautiful sets, get an open look, like their first goal was with Simmons running downhill. Calvert Hall, on the other hand, they love this scramble mode. This is what they
and
they literally die for this. This is how they play, this is how they practice, and they're getting exactly what they want.
You get that organized chaos for a little while. Sometimes it's sloppy, though. You gotta bear through a couple balls going in the bleachers.
Let's say it sometimes doesn't look pretty, but it's incredibly effective.
Yep. Autry against Braun, and Autry comes away with it. Mad props to Calvert Hall face-off coach.
I would say also early, but Calvert Hall's playing more kids than McDonogh. Calvert Hall's played about 8 or 9 kids defensively. They've played 7 middies, 3 attackmen. McDonogh has been kind of stuck with their first midfield when they've had the ball because they're playing from behind. It's something they very rarely have to do.
A little patience right now from Calvert Hall. We have yet to have a Royal Farms man up.
And we're seeing Calvert Hall use a little bit of Curry playing attack now. He's subbed in for, actually, Jacob Kelly.
Oh, what a play on the backside, Brendan Curry! Deadly! What a play, a dope melody. Anything less than your best is a felony.
Well, again, we hate to keep belaboring this. That's a midi who's back behind the goal. It's part of Calvert Hall's offensive set. He throws the ball to Curry. McDonogh looks like it's got it covered pretty good. Curry makes a tremendous catch here. Tremendous catch, and then a beautiful finish.
Yeah.
We see Curry, that's twice where he split 2 defensemen and scored a goal.
You know, I think I saw his dad, Todd, split a couple defensemen in his day at Syracuse.
Well, it could be trouble for the rest of the MIAA if Brendan is hitting his stride now. His first 3 years actually playing on Calvert Hall's varsity have been fine. They've been good, but they haven't been at the level he's playing at now.
And now Calvert Hall's still just creating that organized, that flavor of chaos that they like. And Smith wants one, and Ollie Abramson takes one in the foot. A courageous save by Ollie. I'm never going to stick my foot in front of a ball moving that fast, just for the record. So I respect the dickens out of that young man. Here's Sawyer. Jacob Kelly behind, getting it up to Bugliosi up top. A really wide 2-3-1 right now for Calvert Hall. They're almost trying to suck the McDonogh defense out.
Curry's going to be running down the sideline on that right side, or he'll get it over here to Barry to do the same thing. This is a great matchup. Speed against speed. McDonogh needs some of their big-time players to make some big-time plays. You know, Sure. BJ Ferrer, they got to...
You tricked me into that one.
Well, they need these guys to make a play.
Sure.
Rich Dion covering Bugliosi here.
Now, Bugliosi's got an advantage. He's got a Jets. Slide comes very early in the form of Brendan Scher. Bugliosi's shot checked as he released it.
Smith against Kelly. Smith is a great defenseman. Number 7 for McDonogh. He's also had a terrific year so far.
Referees for today's game, Carmen John Domenico. Out of an internet request, Carmen John Domenico, David St. Hubbins, and Nigel Tufnell, who thinks the scoreboard goes to 11. Nigel, an avid guitar player. He has guitars that you can't even touch. DeBerry right alley. Share on him. timeout, Calvert Hall.
I think that's a terrific timeout.
Yep.
They're just kind of throwing the ball around. Might have been looking like they're about to get warned. That's not their game.
Yep.
Their game is, let's go to the goal, let's create some havoc and see what happens.
Let's do the chaos that we like. They want to bring it to you. Second quarter brought to you by Fellowship of Christian Athletes, FCA Lacrosse, huddles, camps, teams, and building three-dimensional athletes and coaches. Learn more at FCALax.com. I want to remind you about the IMLCA National Cup, June 17th and 18th, grad years 2018 through 2021, and it's hosted at Lebanon Valley College. That's the IMLCA National Cup. College coaches will be on site doing seminars. Make sure you check out the IMLCA National Cup. The Under Armour All-American tryouts. Bob, you coached in the Under Armour.
I did. I actually coached the very first Under Armour All-American game.
And you did well.
We lost.
But you did well.
We had a great time.
You also broadcast the Underclass Championship.
I have the last 2 years with you.
I've enjoyed it, every second of it. Yeah. The Under Armour tryouts in the Baltimore area are going to happen. Make sure you're there May 31st through June 1st at Goucher College. You just have to go to UnderArmourLacrosse.com. If you want to get recruited in the sport of lacrosse, if you want to be in front of college coaches, have your name in that booklet that goes to every college coach, it's go to UnderArmourLacrosse.com. It's the most well-run and most well-respected showcase tryout. And then, of course, you play in the highest caliber tournament that you can possibly find. Nationwide, 11 regions of the country. If you don't live in Baltimore, check out UnderArmourLacrosse.com. The tryouts are right there on the page. Calvert Hall possession. Calvert Hall in their home whites. McDonogh.
Just in by Coach Kelly at Calvert Hall. Comes back with his second midfield group. They've been effective. We've seen Herbert with 2 assists so far. They've banged in a couple. This is Nick Green, who is really an energetic kid. Plays hard. He used to be a starting attackman. They rolled him to midfield to make room for Coach Kelly's son. There's Herbert's third assist.
And a great finish by Daniel Kelly. If there's a problem, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Replay coming at you.
The midi, but he's playing behind the goal. He's being covered by a short stick. To slide to him, not a great place to slide. 13 from McDonogh. 13 from McDonogh is Chris Wilson slid to Herbert's eyes.
Yeah.
Herbert, he looks up. Kelly's wide open on the inside. That's an easy score. That's Herbert's third assist.
And a huge thank you to the Calvert Hall athletic administrative staff for helping us get set up here today. Lou Urkel doing a fantastic job as the AD. Everything in place. This is the MIAA Game of the Week. Thank you for making us part of your sports viewing day. Who needs the NHL playoffs when you have Bob Shriver? I can't believe the NHL hasn't wired into our feed right now. 8-2 Calvert Hall, and I'm still predicting overtime.
They're waiting. I think the NHL is waiting for
our game to end.
No, for the end of the first period between the Caps and Toronto before they
jump over?
Before they come into this game. And I think when they come into this game, the viewers are going to be very surprised. The scoreboard is very surprising to me, quite honestly.
Yes, it is.
We've seen McDonogh play a bunch of games this year. They look like they are absolutely the top of the heap. And Calvert Hall has taken it to them pretty good so far.
I couldn't agree with you anymore. That might be our first Royal Farms man up. I think you can call that a lot of things. They're probably going to get a hold.
Well,
at 8-2.
I believe that's a freshman in the game right there. He's not wearing his typical jersey. Jackson Bonnet's 43. I think he's wearing 38 today. And he made a bad mistake there. Not unusual for a freshman. Now Calvert Hall's got an extra man.
Royal Farms, man up. Be sure to pick up your Royal Farms reward card today at the register. Earn points for every dollar spent, including special offers. Go to RoyalFarms.com. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast. Fake flip from Curry. Now he gives it back to Kelly, top center. They switch back.
Calvert Hall is doing actually something that Syracuse does a lot. Watch these 4 righties right here. They keep rotating in their little circle. Bugliosi's going to step in a second. They roll into a 3-3 now. Tried to throw it through the defense. Nice play by Rich Dion, knocking the ball down.
Great play by Rich Dion. Short.
And all Calvert Hall's doing is they'll rotate the 4 guys from the inside around the circle on one side of the field, and then they'll do it on the other side of the field. Because that was just a 30-second penalty, the penalty's up. McDonogh's all even. Calvert Hall's got 114. I'm not so sure Coach Kelly isn't going to run the ball down a little bit and then call another timeout maybe with about 40, 45 seconds so he doesn't risk having a shot clock put on him.
Yep. Brendan Curry. And this is now B.J. Farrar, who's one of my favorite players in the league, now playing with a short stick because he can literally do everything. Shot by Curry wide with 47 to go in the half.
Curry showing the ability, not necessarily to run past BJ, but to run very even with BJ, and that's we've rarely seen that.
And don't go anywhere for halftime. We have a great special presented by Durham Capital behind the scenes with Miles Jones. BJ Farrar comes up with it, and I think we're going to get a chance to see a fast kid right now. And he's running against the fast kid, Brendan Curry. And Curry keeps pace with him, and we get a call. We get a timeout. We're going to get a flag.
Hold on Curry there. This is something McDonogh sorely needs. They got 30-second penalty to score a goal right before halftime, which would give them
blow the Bob? I know you
because the ball
with
went on the ground, and it should not have blown. They could have let that play continue.
Is that something you may have brought up with the referee?
Well, no, did the ball go out of bounds?
No, it rolled on the ground and he blew the whistle.
That actually is beneficiary. That's beneficial to McDonogh because it stopped the play, and now they get a chance to put their offense on the field with 31 seconds.
Full 30. Instead of 2 15-second ones, which are actually a nightmare. Here's the Screaming Eagles on man up. 8-2 Calvert Hall. A goal for the Eagles would taste very good right now. Parr on this side. Sidearm knocked down with 10. No sense in holding it because the penalty will be over. Inside feed picked off. Calvert Hall defense rising to the occasion. They haven't had to play a lot of defense. Full field pass. Daniel Kelly goes for it, and that is it.
Nice play by Jack Conley right there by Calvert Hall. Picked off an inside feed, knocked one down a second ago.
And I know I've been talking about the halftime. Here we are at the Durham Capital halftime show. Behind the scenes with Miles Jones, 8-2 Calvert Hall here at Calvert Hall.
The MIAA Lacrosse Championships return to Johns Hopkins' iconic Homewood Field this May. The title is up for grabs in this powerhouse conference that features the best rivalries in high school lacrosse. The action begins with the A Conference semifinals on Monday, May 22nd, and champions will be crowned on Thursday, May 25th. Log on to MIAALacrosse.com for schedule and ticket information. MIAA Lacrosse, where the stars of tomorrow play for a championship today.
Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, so just tell me what you're up to today. What time do you wake up?
Up at 6 a.m. Took a nice hot shower to get prepared to shoot. Departed at 6:45. Got to the site, had a little breakfast with the crew, and then we went over to a couple different scenes that were pretty cool. It's a really different type of scene for a lacrosse photo shoot. You have your typical on-field or against a white backdrop. I think this is something different. I think that kind of aligns with a lot of things that I do and a lot of things that Adidas wants to do as a brand.
Cool. You ever done anything like this before?
Nothing this cool.
Yeah.
I've done photo shoots where obviously it was in a backdrop or something very similar to your typical photo shoot. This is kind of cool. Just going to an abandoned warehouse and just doing different things with various different concepts and kind of capturing lacrosse plus athletic kind of shooting.
What's your favorite part of your trailer?
Definitely the makeup station over here. I've had makeup applied a few times today. So,
any massages?
No, not this time. But massage my last photo shoot was pretty key.
What'd you have for breakfast?
Today I had eggs, bacon. Your typical light breakfast. Don't look too bloated for your shoot.
How many more tattoos will you have for the next shoot?
don't know. I'm thinking I'll get another one, maybe one of my ribs, something for number 15, kind of that connection I have with the number, and being the day I was born in March. Haven't really decided what it is yet. Hopefully, maybe I'll get another championship tattoo somewhere down the line. So,
cool.
Those are kind of my tentative plans right now.
Describe your favorite spot that you've been shooting today so far. Just
definitely the bridge that we shot on. It was a little high. They also warned me that the bridge wasn't that stable.
Yeah.
So I was walking and treading very lightly when I was going back to redo some shots. But it was kind of cool. It was over like a mossy river, and it was kind of rusty and kind of old and beat down. It was a really, really cool scene.
Cool. And then how far was that? How far do you think you threw that ball?
I think maybe 2.5 football fields.
Yeah.
I got a lot on it.
And it landed on the other side, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
cool. Fact. Got it here.
True.
Yeah.
Corrigan Sports Enterprises is a full-service sports marketing and event management company. Every detail from marketing, public relations, logistics, and cleanup, Corrigan Sports Enterprises handles events from conception to fruition. The premier lacrosse and field hockey recruiting tournaments and high-profile running events. Corrigan Sports Enterprises. If you can dream it, we'll make it happen. The 2017 Under Armour Underclass Triathlon Tournament are the standard of the sport. Measure yourself against the top competition in your region as college coaches from every level flock to the tryouts to recruit talented lacrosse players. College recruiting is too competitive to miss out on this opportunity. Go to UnderArmourLacrosse.com for more information and to register now.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful, fresh, and nutritious. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
It's been 3 years since the first Courage game, a one-of-a-kind sporting event celebrating equality and inclusion for all people. So much has changed since that time, yet the mission of the game has stayed the same. The next Courage game will take place in Providence, Rhode Island on May 28th following the NCAA Division I Women's Championship game. Braden Lang, whose story was originally showcased in the ESPN SportsCenter featured piece, will be there to play fast with purpose. Will you?
I'm Ryan Powell.
I'm Brett Hughes.
I'm Zach Greer.
I'm Brian Silka.
We're the Stripes.
I'm Megan Rice.
I'm Anthony Kelly.
Griffin Halliday. Logan Halliday. And we grow the game.
And I grow the game.
I grow the game.
We grow the game.
And I grow the game.
I grow the game.
And I grow the game.
And I grow the game, baby.
And I grow the game.
And I grow.
And here we are at halftime, 8-2 your score. Booker Corrigan, Bob Shriver. And Bob, just like the rug ties the room together, halftime highlights and stats tie the game together. A lot of highlights, a lot of Calvert Hall action.
A lot of Calvert Hall action for sure. It looked like the game was settling down. Simmons' beautiful goal running down the left-hand hash mark, right in the corner. Boom.
making it look
But
easy.
then all of a sudden, Calvert Hall gets their mojo going. They just scored that goal off a beautiful ride. Bugliosi coming in unencumbered. Here they score. Little feed from behind the goal. Daniel Kelly threads the needle there.
He really did. That's accurate.
And then here's Curry splitting two of the best defensemen in the league right there and making a beautiful play. We're about to score another goal off a ride. Calvert Hall just made McDonogh throw the ball away again, really with some aggressive ride. There's Jacob. No, I apologize. That was Daniel Kelly again in the open field. There's Powderly with some space, 4-2, off a little bit of an unsettled. And then the rest of this is all Calvert Hall. Bugliosi, he threw a ball where he should have never thrown it. Tremendous catch by Sawyer, who finished. Nice save by Liam Darrow, who's having a spectacular game, I think. I'll bet he's made about 8 or 9 saves, many off his body. There's a loose ball pickup by Calvert Hall. There's younger Kelly with his 3rd goal. Here's Herbert threading the needle to Curry. He splits 2 defensemen again. Another Calvert Hall goal. And then the last one of the half, there's Herbert. Wilson slid to Herbert's eyes. There was nobody covering Daniel Kelly, the younger, and he's wide open, scores 4th goal.
And it's amazing to see how Calvert Hall can get that flavor of chaos that they like so much. We're going to try and get you the Varsity Sports Network top 10 rankings as we look at our Game of the Week schedule. There you go. Coming at McDonogh. I threw the truck a curveball there. I got to apologize. And here's a look at your top 10. If I'm not mistaken, McDonogh is at the top. Calvert Hall's close. BL's in there. BL had a tough one down in Irvington.
Typical MIAA game. Boys Latin travels to Irvington, playing the St. Joe Gales. They got a 9-3 lead. The next thing you know, the score is 11-10 final. St. Paul's, who's had a great start to their season, 1-0 in the league, beat Loyola handily the other day. Yep. They're traveling tonight down to St. Mary's, and we just heard the score 6-3 at halftime. Saints are winning. So this is typical MIAA action that we're seeing. Looks like some of that stuff on those rankings is going to flip a little bit. Our next game will be McDonogh at Boys Latin next Friday.
A rematch of last year's A Conference championship game. They don't get any better than that. Then we're St. Paul's at McDonogh, and then BL right back here at Calvert Hall on May 9th. And you'll see we have the quarterfinals and then the semifinals and finals, and then the BL St. Paul's game always.
Well, it's always a rivalry. It is a rivalry game, but this year's got tremendous significance. It'll be the 100th time the two schools have played a lacrosse game. That's pretty remarkable.
And you've seen 50 of them.
I've seen probably close to 50 of them.
Yeah, because twice in a year every now and then, maybe.
Yeah, that
3
might
times
be.
in a year in the old days.
I'll bet you in my time coaching lacrosse at BL, whether as the head coach or as an assistant for a couple of years, and as a player, I've definitely seen, I would say 50. I've probably seen 50, sure. Wow.
I'll take
I didn't realize I was that old.
You're not that old. What are you, 31?
Yep.
Another favorite prime number of yours. Here we go back to the face-off dot. Gable Braun is doing work, but the list of highlights for McDonogh, short there.
Well, look, just really quickly, we were told before the game by Coach Kelly from Calvert Hall that his other face-off guy, they regularly face off 2 guys, Chance Campbell, this monster, really talented football player, was not going to play in this game, and he was very, very concerned that Autry was going to have to handle all of them. But Michael Autry's really done a nice job so far. And the face-offs are relatively close. McDonogh's just ahead, maybe 6-4 or so.
There haven't been face-offs that led right to goals, which is another key. You get those momentum goals, like that Hunter Moreland goals that he was scoring in big games. We haven't seen those yet.
What I think McDonogh needs to do, obviously, is try to win the face-offs, of course, and then just do what they do very well, which is run really quality offense, move the ball around the perimeter, get it to the backside where somebody's dodging downhill, and take advantage of what they're good at. Paddley's going to come back right again. He'll look to feed.
Goes way out. Slide comes.
Very quick, and they stay on it. If they can move the ball quickly, McDonogh's going to get somebody on the backside. Great recovery by Calvert Hall defensively.
No, not yet. Dara with a nice tidy save. Third quarter brought to you by Diversified Insurance Industries. They'll craft custom insurance packages for you. Go to DII-INS.com for details. Proud to be a part of the game of the week, Diversified Insurance Industries. Catlett shot. Dara, he loves taking him in the body.
This is a good McDonogh possession. They've had two pretty good shots. They're controlling the ball. I'll be very surprised if they don't come out of this possession with a goal. We've watched them do this for years. Quick slide.
Simmons bounce pass.
Bad pass. The aggressive defense by Calvert Hall forced a turnover.
And I feel like they had their big scoring chance, and Dara, took the shot in the body. Reminds me of a big Tyler Fiorito. He filled up a little bit of net.
Yes, he did. He was a tremendous goaltender for McDonogh.
And he credits you with as one of the great people in his life, Bob.
Well, I taught Tyler when he was at Boys Latin. He was actually my advisee when he was in the 7th grade. I didn't have to do too much advising.
You helped him. He told me.
Brilliant student.
Yeah. Great kid, great family.
Tremendous, all the way around. The kind of guys, as an advisor, you like having in your group.
Yep.
But we digress. Back to the game.
Yeah, Amari DeBerry, the Calvert Hall team is definitely going to be patient, but can you take your foot off the gas?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
And they didn't take their foot off the gas that last defensive series where you notice they slid very quickly.
Yep.
That's something that they are good at, and they created a turnover as a result. Simmons turned away, did the right thing, turned away from the double team, but then he threw a bad pass that Calvert Hall picked up. This game is going to be very hard, I think, for McDonogh to come back in this game, given what transpired, honestly, in the first 2 minutes of this half. But there's still plenty of time.
Oh, yeah. Curry, left-handed. High shot, and BJ Farrar now playing with a short stick. Interesting to see how that evolves. He's dangerous anytime he's on the field.
Well, BJ, I'm guessing that McDonogh did not like what was going on behind the goal with the matchups with the shorty against the Calvert Hall midfielder who rolls behind the goal, and they want to get their absolute best defensive middies on the field with their short sticks.
DeBerry pushes it behind. Jacob Kelly cannot connect with brother Daniel, but Bugliosi picks up the loose change, and it's still Calvert Hall possession.
Bugliosi's scored one goal off that broken clear, but he's picked up some really terrific ground balls that have kept possession at Calvert Hall's end of the field.
Behind the back attempt by Daniel Kelly, which I have no problem with. Increases angle, just shot wide. Goalie doesn't make a save, you're good in my book. Here's DeBerry. Inside feed, and Daniel Kelly's going to be called for being in the crease there. If you take 2 steps with each foot inside the crease, the ref should get that call right.
Calvert Hall's coming out with their 10-man ride. They're staying aggressive.
And you see the goaltender, Liam Dara, all the way up at the corner of the offensive box.
Well, this is kind of, if you're in a 10-man ride, I'm surprised that all these guys aren't covered down here. Oh, my Lord. Are you kidding?
And that is going to hurt. It happens at every level. I've seen a Hopkins defenseman score on his own goal. So,
well, maybe Calvert Hall knew something that we didn't, that the McDonogh defenseman was going to be very gracious and throw the ball to Daniel Kelly.
And
into the open goal for his 5th goal.
Great to see Brian Kronberger and David Kelly downstairs doing a stream. Some great lacrosse minds here on the broadcast, and I'm on also. I knew you'd like that.
Brian Kronberger's hoping like crazy. He's watching that Calvert Hall sideline. His son's on the team. He runs third midfield. I'm sure looking at this scoreboard, he's going, I think my son might get in this game. He's pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm looking to see my man Michael McNally get in.
Autry. Big face-off.
And Calvert Hall back in possession. Diversified Insurance Industries. And don't It is the stiffest challenge. You want to measure yourself against the best players in your region, no matter what region you're in. If you want to measure yourself against the best players in your region, get to the Under Armour Underclass tryout.
This is an interesting matchup. That's Bonnet's wearing the wrong jersey number. He probably forgot his jersey, left it at school or something. He's playing Herbert. They play club lacrosse together. I'm sure they're very familiar with each other.
I love it when high school and college kids forget their jerseys.
Calvert Hall looks like they're going to get under them, but I think BJ will close the gap on Green, who broke off the midline.
I think BJ will close the gap on about anybody, but Brendan Curry showed me some speed in the first half. 6:22 to go, 9-2 now Calvert Hall. Here's Green, gets to the middle. Bugliosi, stop and go. Jake Kelly.
Mitchell is a load, number 19 for Calvert Hall. Big, strong lefty, weighs about 210 pounds. I never saw the shot clock be put on. I apologize. Nice defense by McDonogh. You never saw it be put on either, huh? Well, maybe they gave us a stealth shot clock. Calvert Hall back in their 10-man. What a great ride. Bugliosi has made some terrific plays without the ball. Calvert Hall was offsides. It's a tough call and a good call. Sometimes in a 10-man ride, you know, you're forced to go over the line, and they didn't get back on the far side of the field.
And McDonogh capitalizes. Goal that time, Jack Sweeney.
Big play for McDonogh. They're about to turn the ball over down here. Referees recognizing offsides on that 10-man ride by Calvert Hall. McDonogh gets the ball back. Sweeney makes a nice shot.
Here's the replay. See, Sweeney catches and shoots. Quick release.
Yeah, and what we saw that shot, they didn't throw it up at Dara's body, which he's made a bunch of saves with his body. That time he threw it away from his body to the far pipe and made a really nice shot.
5:15 to go third quarter. Plenty of time. I'm still holding on to my overtime prediction on a great ground ball by Calvert Hall's number 10, Peters. And he does the right mistakes, yet not making.
Of the week, I watched the replay, and then I saw Calvert Hall play last week against a team from California. And Peters and Connolly are both their two poles. They're both very good. Peters was terrific against Gilman, and he's sort of the younger of those two. Connolly's a veteran going to Towson. Peters is well, he actually is also a senior. I apologize, but he's really a good player. They have two quality poles.
DeBerry gets to the middle, pass to Curry. And it's now back up in the cross of Curry. I love when they say that. Like it's a stick, dude. I get it. DeBerry carries lefty against Farrar. BJ Farrar gets the ball on the turf, but DeBerry boxes him out, positions himself back into possession. And here's Bugliosi. Bugliosi's proven to me he's as quick as a hiccup.
Well, the game of lacrosse, you can influence a game in so many ways. It's not about scoring goals and having assists. It's also about doing all the dirty work, like riding hard if you're an attackman, picking up ground balls. And I give Bugliosi a lot of credit. So far in this game, he's done all the dirty work, and he's done it exceptionally well. "12 seconds. Curry will take a shot here. Missed the goal.
Goes just wide. And that's going to be 7 seconds now on the shot clock.
I don't know.
6,
They started that clock a little early.
It's the hometown team.
Yeah, and you would expect the hometown to be a little bit nicer to these guys. Turnover.
To their own guys. Brendan Scher quickly to B.J. Farrar. Up the field, long pass. Heads up, buddy. And Calvert Hall is just doing a nice job. I don't know what the call was there.
They called a push on that loose ball. I did not see it. Calvert Hall sideline didn't seem to see it either.
Yeah. And McDonogh back in a possession with now just under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Now Simmons. Shot go off him. Oh, to the extreme. I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle.
Simmons running down the hash marks again. Look at where he puts this shot, right off the goalie's calf. Look at that. That is a beautiful placement. He beat him earlier in the game for McDonogh's first goal over his left shoulder. That time he went down right next to his left calf. That's pretty much an impossible save to make right there. You called that this game was going into overtime.
I did. I'm still sticking with it.
McDonough's behind by 5 goals, but they've just settled down a little bit, I think. But this is the surprise of the game so far.
Total surprise because he had it, but now McDonogh looks to push it long stick. Now he doesn't know where to go. Finally gets it to Powderly, and McDonogh has a little organized chaos. Comes back righty. Simmons steps out for him.
Great play by the freshman Bonnets there. Nice ground ball. Pick up a contested ground ball. Big face-off for the Eagles. Catlett's not as skilled left-handed shooter as he is right-handed shooter, obviously. He's coming down his uncomfortable side. That shot didn't have much of a chance.
He's pretty lethal on the right hand.
Very much so.
Catlett trades.
Simmons can go both ways, by the way. He's liable to, well, he's going down his strength again.
Back to Jack Parr, lets it go. Mitzi Huggins, come on down. And the Eagles riding Uncle Mo.
Simmons, 2 great plays in a row, quite honestly. Look at this feed. He's thrown that across the defense, and he's actually taken a great advantage of Calvert Hall's tendency to slide, look to double the ball, leaving somebody open on the backside. Simmons threw it all the way back there, which is very, very unusual to see a high school kid make that play.
Yep. Bob, you and I both knew that 8-2 wasn't going to be forever. Oh, tried to leave a little early, and Calvert Hall comes away with possession, and now he has an alley.
Conley.
Daniel Kelly in the middle. Oh, pass too high, and B.J. Farrar comes up with it. That's a clean hit. I love B.J. Farrar. I think B.J. Farrar is one of the best players I've seen in a long time, and that was a clean hit. He was sliding as he got hit in the shoulder. I'd be astonished if he was injured in any way.
Jacob Kelly's coming off the field. He's a little queasy. He's hurt.
Was he the one who hit him? I didn't see where Jacob took him, but I hope he's okay.
It looks like he got maybe a little Charlie horse in his thigh.
Or a calf cramp.
Moving pick right there. Conley makes a great check. His teammate picked the ball up, and then he hit Matt Hillgardner there. Not a good play. Turnover.
And this is a big moment right here in this game. 9-5. Matty Hillgardner goes behind, picks for Powderly. Powderly with speed. Then takes a shove, goes inside, and now wants to survive with possession. Does so with 25 in the quarter.
Nice catch. There's a penalty. That's a penalty, and they didn't call it. That's something. No, it did. Flag down. We got a push and a slash.
It's Bastille Day, Bob.
McDonogh should go hard to the goal because they're going to be able to be up for a minute and a half after this penalty's over.
5 seconds in the quarter. Powderly comes around, save Darragh. Darragh gets it with his body. 2 seconds in the quarter. Royal Farms penalty coming up. But I want to remind you, Diversified Insurance Industries crafts custom insurance packages. Go to dii-ins.com for details. Diversified Insurance Industries, tremendous organization. And of course, Royal Farms, get your Royal Farms rewards card. Go to royalfarms.com. Bob, what's your favorite Rofo store?
The one that I went to today on my way over here.
Was it your favorite?
Well, anyone I go to is my favorite.
They're all
and
your
I did
farm
stop
store.
by.
You did stop with the Rofo?
I did.
What'd you get?
I got a really nice
B-A-I?
Yeah, they're great.
They are. They're good.
And then I got a Kind bar. You ever had one of those?
Yes.
They're tremendous. Anyhow, there's McDonogh showing a little...
We can talk all we want. They're not going to do anything.
No, they're not. But there's McDonogh showing a little fight, big-time fight. And Calvert Hall really made a kind of a dumb mistake, taking a penalty there. They're down for a minute and a half. McDonogh's going to start the third. Actually, they're down.
2 men for 2 minutes.
No, they gave 45 a 3-minute penalty.
Oh, God.
They're down a
see
man, and that's going to be a non-releasable penalty for slash.
Fourth quarter when we get back. Diversified Insurance Industries. Commercial and personal insurance, risk management, and specialty programs. Get more information and contact an advisor at dii-ins.com.
The Intercollegiate Men's Lacrosse Coaches Association will be presenting its first ever official recruiting event this summer. All the action takes place June 16th to the 18th at Lebanon Valley College, with hundreds of college coaches from all levels watching the teams, leading instructional sessions, and speaking at recruiting seminars. Go to IMLCANationalCup.com to learn more. The IMLCA National Cup, it's more than just a tournament.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful, fresh, and nutritious. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
Bob, let's talk about the rankings. I saw Gilman play. I went in person to watch Gilman play Calvert Hall. They look great.
They
Calvert
look
Hall
great.
Better, but Gilman looked
good.
They
looked good for about 3 quarters, and then Calvert Hall eventually wore them out. I misspoke at the end of the quarter. Up on the scoreboard, they had number 48 as a 3-minute penalty. It was only a 1-minute slash. McDonogh starting the quarter up 2 men for 30 seconds and 1 man for an additional 30.
28 seconds at 58. Now they take it off. Calvert Hall has 4 guys out there. So I guess we're going to worry about the scoreboard later.
Calvert Hall's struggling to get this penalty up on the scoreboard correctly.
They have 2 men in the box. Now they have both of them up. We're getting there, folks. This is MIAA Lacrosse. It's the best lacrosse in the country. It's not the best scoreboard operating in the country. Right?
Well, I'm guessing that there's a student down there.
I'll bet you that student's got a great left hand. That's what I'll tell you. He may not be able to push the buttons right, but he could sting the corner. McDonogh, 2 men up. Jack Parr looking for an assist, gets it to Simmons.
First penalty's up, coming out from the midline.
Now it's Parr.
Down to 25 seconds.
And the Eagles need to make something happen here.
McDonogh waited a little too long to get started here.
Yep.
Now
Fake
Simmons
flip.
is going to try to throw this through down to the lefty. Nope, he was not open.
Parr does a good job moving into that pass with less than 10 on the second penalty. Parr passes his feet, can't do anything with it, now steps in. Ball goes on the turf, checked away. I don't know if it's going to be McDonogh or Calvert Hall. And it's Calvert Hall. That is a big penalty kill. Fourth quarter brought to you every week by Whole Foods, a proud sponsor of the Game of the Week, catering any special occasion. Contact your local Whole Foods market for information on prom flowers.
Very on McDonogh, like they just had an extra man opportunity to get absolutely right back into this game big time, and they never got it going.
Didn't
and
get a
then
shot.
Calvert Hall just threw the ball away. McDonogh did a nice job riding there, shut everybody off.
That pass was to Jacob Kelly, who we saw come off with a little leg injury. Does that affect that turnover?
No,
Okay.
not in the slightest. It was a bad pass.
Okay.
That was a pretty slick move right there. Look at Bugliosi hustling. Really impressive.
Yeah.
The way he has chased everybody in the riding game.
Powderly wants to make something happen, but pauses. I love Liam Powderly's game. I liked Pat Powderly's game.
Cousin Pat Powderly was not a McDonogh Eagle,
No,
but
he
a
wasn't.
St. Paul
Crusader.
Crusader.
He played with my man Taylor Michael. And nifty Jay Carlson.
How's this guy doing so far? Simmons.
Simmons is
great.
fantastic.
Nice save by Liam right there. Dara got his stick on that ball. That ball was going in the goal.
Calvert Hall with a precise clear.
And they're going to come in with the big boys. That's Curry, DeBerry, and Sawyer.
Bugliosi's already up top. You noticed that weeks ago, that's a home base for him. Attackman JT Bugliosi, top center on the logo.
And then here we go with the short stick midi. Sawyer going to take this guy back behind the goal. He plays behind with Jacob Kelly. Daniel Kelly plays on the inside, and Daniel just moves around looking for open space. Big save. That was a good shot.
Nice save by
to Barry
Abramson.
there.
Abramson's played well. He's had to face a lot of shots unsettled. He's had to face a lot of shots where he's just jumping back into the goal.
And I think the last goal Calvert Hall scored, he wasn't even in the goal.
Yeah. I mean, he's had 3 or 4 of those. Then he had Brendan Curry twice in his teeth.
Brendan Curry likes this matchup right now. First time the whole day he's had a shorty on him. He's going to run downhill real quick. Look at how he's already there, sliding.
Throwback to DeBerry, throwback now. Daniel Kelly, the left-hander, pauses momentarily. Now DeBerry, chiming room, and a backup. A great play that time by number 5, Rich Dion.
Well, there's one of the things just then that can happen to you when you got an attackman. Actually, not an attackman behind the goal, but a midi behind the goal. Number 6, Sawyer, did not back that up.
Yep.
He's not used to playing back there.
Oh,
another one.
Another one.
Good
Poor
Lord.
Ollie Abramson. Oh, he hit the post. Where's Don Earl, the old Flyers when you need him? Oh, and a shot by Bugliosi. Kelly comes down, hits the post. Calvert Hall gets the deflection, and Bugliosi cashes in. It's your night.
I'd say that play right there just showed that it's Calvert Hall's night. Kelly hits the post. He's wide open. He's got about an hour and a half to shoot this ball. Hits the post, comes back. Curry gets it, throws it to Bugliosi, who makes a really nice step. He steps hard to his right hand, rolls back with his left, and sticks it hip high. Abramson has been left out to dry a lot tonight by his entire team, really. Their failure to execute kind of simple plays, clearing plays.
And the other huge amount of credit needs to go to Michael Autry on the faceoff. For Calvert Hall, this is going to be McDonogh possession, 10-5 now with 7:45 to go, and now we get a flag on the far side.
Somebody opened their mouth, and they're going to get a penalty. I'm not sure who it was.
It has
it was a delay of game. He didn't put the ball down where it belonged. It's a delay of game. McDonogh going back on extra man.
See referee David St. Hubbins going back to pick up his flag. Great to have some of those guys with us. David St. Hubbins and Nigel Tufnell. They got a little confused trying to get to the field today like they did in Cleveland. Taking the stage. Hello, Cleveland. Not quite.
Last extra man, McDonogh was a little slow getting into it. Let's see if they don't start a little quicker here.
Man Up brought to you by Royal Farms. Go to royalfarms.com. Real fresh, real fast. Fake flip, backside shot, goal. Griffin Catlett, the Rocket Man.
Catlett with his hands free, right-handed, not shooting left-handed like we saw down here at the other end of the field. McDonogh got into this pretty quickly. Little fake flip there from Sweeney, and he has two options. He looks to throw it through to the low guy down underneath or across to the top guy right there. He's got two really nice options, and he found the right one, obviously.
Griffin Catlett can sling it. The slinging slasher for you SpongeBob fans. 10-6, 7.5 minutes to go. On a gorgeous night here in Towson. We are at Calvert Hall. Calvert Hall home whites, McDonogh road orange. And we get a whistle procedure, McDonogh possession. And now we have whistles everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a whistle with you, please blow it now. Referees
well, the issue is whether Shore came out of the box before there was possession. He's in his defensive box. You can't come out of that box. And if the referee's single possession, then
they're going to the
he's
AP.
Allowed out. The referees can't agree on the call, so it goes to the AP. Whoever won the first face-off, which Calvert Hall won. Oh, no, they flip a coin.
They flip a coin.
That's
the
correct.
Only, why they bother to flip a coin, you just saw why. And I thought they called possession, so I thought Shore wasn't out early. So just for the record, I thought they had possession. Whether they called it or not is irrelevant. They had it. What's right is right. Coach Brian Kelly. And one of the things, Bob, we're spoiled. The coaches in the MIAA are just absolutely fantastic people. There's not one of them that I wouldn't want to coach my own son.
Now he's putting everybody back in the box. Or no, I'm
just one
not
guy.
sure what he did there.
He just, hey. But to my point, Bob, there's not one coach in the MIAA that I wouldn't want to have my son on the team. They're such great people, fantastic staffs. We are spoiled to get to work with them on a weekly basis.
Well, one thing the league has always been noted for is there's plenty of people coaching in our league. Yeah. Every team has 5 or 6, maybe even more than that, staff members. And some veterans that have been playing lacrosse at a high level.
Grizzled veterans.
And as a result, one of the nice things about the league is honestly how well the teams are coached. Nice ride by McDonogh there. They forced a cross-field pass that was thrown out of bounds. Calvert Hall with
we are going to take a timeout.
Timeout.
Coach Brian Kelly is going to let his charges get a rest here with 6:32. We'll step away as well. And it is 10-6.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful, fresh, and nutritious. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
The MIAA Lacrosse Championships return to Johns Hopkins' iconic Homewood Field this May. The title is up for grabs in this powerhouse conference that features the best rivalries in high school lacrosse. The action begins with the A Conference semifinals on Monday, May 22nd, and champions will be crowned on Thursday, May 25th. Log on to MIAALacrosse.com for schedule and ticket information. MIAA Lacrosse, where the stars of tomorrow play for a championship today.
What's up? Look at that schedule. Remaining schedule. We're at Boys Latin, at McDonogh, at Calvert Hall. And then the quarterfinals will be determined by a Twitter vote. If you like this, wait till you get a hold of us when we've been elected to do something. Booker Corrigan and Bob Shriver bringing it to you. Next week, it's McDonogh at BL. Then it's St. Paul's at McDonogh, Boys Latin at Calvert Hall, BL at St. Paul's for the 100th time. Absolutely fantastic. And then we have that Twitter vote down there on Friday, May 19th. And then, Bob, you and I are doing the semifinals and the finals.
Can't wait. But we've got a lot
yes, we do.
of ground to cover before we get there. I think Coach Kelly made a really nice time out there. He felt that maybe the field was bending a little bit to McDonogh's favor.
Sure. Here's Jack Parr guarded by a short stick in the form of number 7, Allen. Of course, Parr, stick up high, and there's the Oh, Parr goes with a swim move, maintains possession, backside feed, what a save! Liam Darragh. I want to see a replay of that pass by Jack Parr because he was flinging it and it ended up getting caught. Let's be honest.
We've seen some miraculous passes. Parr doesn't know where the heck this thing's going. It ends up going right to Pitts' stick, and then Darragh makes a tremendous save. Look at this. Watch. Whoops.
I think he meant to do that. If Pitt scores on that, we're on SportsCenter. There's no way that's not an SC top 10. If he scores on that, he stings the corner.
See how quickly McDonogh gets into it. They're trying a different play here.
McDonogh man up. This is brought to you by Royal Farms. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast. Tic-tac-toe passing, and Simmons makes it count.
Beautiful play. They rotated a little bit. Simmons cuts to the goal. He's a little bit of a dummy cut, but Parr sees him open. Watch Simmons come here from this wing. This is a little bit of a dummy cut, but Calvert Hall fails to pick him up. Parr finds him with a beautiful pass. Simmons for his third goal. Simmons, some player.
And we're 10-7 with 5:42 to go, fourth quarter, brought to you by Whole Foods. Whole Foods is a proud sponsor of the game, and we'll be catering any special occasion. Contact your local Whole Foods market for information on prom flowers, catering, and graduation parties. McDonogh comes down out of control, and now we get another flag.
Calvert Hall losing their cool. They just fouled the face-off guy. Calvert Hall is going to get a chance to score a goal. McDonogh, to score a goal and potentially have an extra man face-off. They could bang 2 quick goals right here, and we could be 10-9 real quickly.
Somebody in this broadcast was talking about overtime.
I can't remember who that was.
I thought it was you.
So
I mean, you know so much more about the game. It had to be you. It had to be you. Uh-oh. Bam! Oh, what a save by Liam Darragh. Oh, he never had possession, but he was gonna. We'll give it to him.
He was gonna doesn't mean he had it.
I know, but
and by rule, he shouldn't be blowing the whistle until possession is 100% in the other team's stick.
He was anticipating possession and probably feels bad about it. He'll go to the box and feel shame for 1 minute.
Here comes this extra man. Their third extra man ago, they didn't do very well.
No, they didn't.
But then the last 2, they've been on their horse, and they've made 2 great extra man goals. Let's see if they don't get on their horse a little quicker here. They have a minute, but here they're moving into it now.
Pass fake. Oh, shot just wide. I tell you better get a...
That time...
Powderly didn't have a great backup right there.
Well... I don't think he was expecting Parr to miss the goal by about 20 feet.
Yeah. Top center. Simmons back to him. Here's Parr, catches it, feet moving, hands free. Pump fakes it inside. Moving around the outside of the... And Simmons cuts the crease again. Back to him, shot, goes low. 12 seconds now on the man up. They got to... Royal Farms bringing in the man ups. Go to royalfarms.com and get your rewards card. Cash in on those points. Sweeney. Here's Parr.
Sweeney rotated in again.
Bounce shot no good.
All even.
Man up expires.
McDonogh got a couple nice looks. Not tremendous looks there. Sweeney's was the best one they had. He was in the middle of the goal, but he missed the cage. Still 3.5 minutes, 3 minutes, 40 seconds left. McDonough's got enough time, especially with the face-off ability of Braun.
Oh, started running before he caught it. Powderly draws the push, and it's off Calvert Hall. Either way, it was McDonogh's ball. Powderly rolls back. Now it's Parr.
Veteran play by Powderly. He felt the guy on his back, and he just fell over.
Simmons draws the slide, carries the double. Pitts down the wing. Sweeney behind. Here's Powderly with a step. Rolls back. Gets to the inside of the field. Dives, scores, push. We got chaos. We got chaos everywhere. Is it going to be a goal?
No goal. He was in the crease, but they're going to get
Did
a
he
30-second.
leave his feet? But he was pushed.
They're going to. It doesn't matter if you're in the crease when
Here's
the ball
the replay.
goes in. If you're in the crease, they have to stop the play. Let's see.
Right. So he's not in. Right.
They called him for diving, but his dive is precipitated by the push.
Like he's pushed right there. That's a
left
tough
his
call.
feet. I think the referee's got
Tough
that
call.
one right. McDonogh's going to be extra for 30 seconds here. I think if I was on McDonough's sideline, I'd prefer to be given the goal and wipe the penalty count.
I'll take the. Yeah. Don't take points off the board.
Because the clock is slowly not in
3
their
minutes
favor.
left now. They flip it this time. Down low shot just wide. Par with the backup. Sweeney crossed to Simmons. Simmons cutting into the inside now. Parr looks for him. Shot. Shot go inside. Number 9, George Ward. Touch yourself, son. Give a little kiss to everybody in the crowd.
We've seen this play before. This time Simmons cuts, and you'll notice Calvert Hall goes with 33. Number 9 rolls around the outside of him, and now he's open, and he threaded that thing through the eye of the needle. That's a great shot. 2-goal game with 2:43 left. You may have your overtime.
Fourth quarter brought to you by Whole Foods. And what a fourth quarter we have. 10-8 now.
Well, honestly, Calvert Hall is guilty of being a little stupid, quite honestly. That's maybe not the right term. I apologize for that. But, however, they've put McDonogh extra man 5 times in this quarter.
Yes.
That's not being very intelligent or handling the flow of the game very well.
And McDonough's great play. No pushes, and Calvert Hall comes away with possession.
There's Peters. Johnny on the spot. That's a big, colossal play in this game. Calvert Hall getting an opportunity to sub here.
And Bugliosi is going to run for a couple minutes. Right, he has the quickness. And Omari DeBerry kind of gives Bugliosi the signal, I'm next up when you need a break. Brendan Scher out on him, was thrilled to meet his parents last week at the Hopkins-Penn State game.
Yeah, really nice people.
Great people.
I coached his 2 uncles, actually, that went to Boys Latin.
Ian Scher
and his older brother, Brian.
They played on that god-awful 97 team.
Ian did.
Yeah.
Pretty good player.
Bringing it, slinging it, stinging it. JT Bugliosi, welcome to the party, son.
Well, all the hard work that kid's put into this game, he almost deserves that, quite honestly.
With 1:37 left, Bob, we got to start talking about who's going to be your players of the game.
Well, I'll start with Calvert Hall down at the other end of the field with goalie Liam Dara. He's just been terrific. And I honestly, Daniel Kelly scored 5 goals, but to me, the kid that has set the tone down at that end of the field has been Bugliosi with tremendous hustle, riding like a banshee, picking up ground balls. He's had a terrific game.
And that was just a fantastic shot. Right underneath the post. Bar down, as we like to say in the hockey world. And they're going to call easy. Now we get slaps, slashes, guys whacking. We haven't had a call yet. It's going to be procedure. McDonogh ball with 1:31 to go. They're down 3 to get overtime. And he flips it over the head of Simmons somehow.
And look who's up there.
Bugliosi.
Making a play, or attempting to make a play. Staying alert, hustling. Impressive.
And you got to think Griffin Catlett's going to go hard and fast. 1:10 left, fourth quarter. CSE TV and LaxAllStars combining to bring you this game. A huge thank you to the men in the truck and on the cameras tonight, guys. You brought an A conference game to it. Oh my goodness! Driving hard to the cage. He says, "Bookman, shut your yapper and talk about the sting in the corners."
He's saying,
Simmons.
He says, I don't need to be inside the hash marks. Let me score from outside the hash marks. Look at that shot. Carbon copy of his first goal, his 4th on the night. He's got an assist. Simmons putting on some show here for McDonogh.
And we have a timeout by McDonogh. Less than a minute to go. 11-9, Calvert Hall holding on.
The 2017 Under Armour Underclass Triathlon Tournament are the standard of the sport. Measure yourself against the top competition in your region as college coaches from every level flock to the tryouts to recruit talented lacrosse players. College recruiting is too competitive to miss out on this opportunity. To register now.
In me. Let's go. Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold.
Foreman for the good boys. He's on the back. Magic in me. Gary Game behind.
And we're back. Let's look at the last 2 goals, Bob. Here's Bugliosi.
Running. You know, I keep talking about the hash marks. He just overpowered Abramson on that one. High hard went over his head. Look at where this ball goes. And then we'll see Simmons here in a second for his 4th of the night. He has hardly any angle, and he still gets the ball in from outside the hash marks. Amazing.
Braun and Autry going at it. Autry rakes it back. BJ Farrar first on the scene. Comes away with it. He's got a midi in the open field. And a swing right there. I think Gabble Braun was expecting a timeout, and now they get it. Coach Hilge probably didn't want to use it right there because he had the matchups and stuff where you want to just go. Bob, as a coach, are you thinking that's a timeout you have to take, or do you just let it play out?
Well, he looks up, and the ball's in Gable Braun's hand. He's not a skilled offensive player. There's only 43 seconds left on the clock. He can't afford to get his subs in the game, right? Eat up 15 seconds just getting the subs he wants in the game, so he calls a timeout. Now he comes back on the field with Simmons, Catlett, Pitts.
You think Jack Simmons will be on the field?
My guess is, I think he'll be on the field, and my other guess is he might have the ball in his stick, but maybe they'll try to start with somebody else on the ball and have the ball end up in Simmons' sticks.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Simmons to par here. Run something. Coach Joe Benson has done a great job here in this 4th quarter. The offensive coach for the McDonogh Screaming Eagles. And like I said earlier, great staffs. I had a chance to chat with Andrew Hurdle today, seeing him break the huddle with his knee in a extensive brace. It breaks my heart because I'd love to watch him play, but he'll be back bigger and stronger. Bob, 2 for 2. Simmons on the field, Simmons with the ball.
How about the MIAA? Is this the greatest?
You're right.
Come on out and watch this stuff. You see it all the time. It doesn't matter who's playing.
Simmons, and they got to make something happen. 30 seconds
Calvert Hall's playing a little zone. Great idea. Fabulous idea by Calvert Hall. They came out in the zone. They forced McDonogh to try to thread a needle through the zone. They threw it away. That's a game changer right there. Not a game changer. I think that seals the game right there.
Because Liam Darrow, anything can happen here. They're still high school kids. Man, slides. 12 seconds now in the 4th quarter. And
Coach Kelly called a timeout
with 6 to go. And that will do it. Now, Bob, as these teams move forward, what have you learned about Calvert Hall here tonight and how well they played?
Well, I've learned that if they can play consistently their game, sort of that, what would you call it?
Comfortable chaos.
Comfortable chaos, great terminology. And if they can play a 48 minutes of that, I think that they're terrific. What happened to Calvert Hall, I think, in the second half is, I said they made some stupid fouls, quite honestly. And as a result, they put McDonogh in a position to get back into the game, which they, give McDonogh credit for taking advantage. We're going to see a change here. Calvert Hall's going to zoom up to the top of the polls, I think.
Yep.
I don't know about Boys Latin. They had a tough game today that they won against Mount St. Joe. St. Paul's, we had a score at halftime. I don't know what they are. They were losing at halftime.
Loyola won
Loyola won a thriller yesterday against Severn, 13-11. It was a nail-biting game right to the finish line. So this is MIAA at its best.
And this is one where there's 6 seconds left. If you're JT Bugliosi, just roll it towards that corner.
You can roll it towards a corner, but if I'm watching Bugliosi play, he's going to run with this ball.
Well, I hate to risk an injury or something. And that'll do it. That is it. What a game by the Calvert Hall Cardinals to take down the Eagles 11-9 for everybody involved with the production staff, including Ryan Corrigan, our executive producer. I'm Booker Corrigan for Bob Shriver. Good night, and we'll be back with the interviews of the players of the game.
The MIAA Lacrosse Championships return to Johns Hopkins' iconic home Woodfield this May. The title is up for grabs in this powerhouse conference that features the best rivalries in high school lacrosse. The action begins with the A Conference semifinals on Monday, May 22nd, and champions will be crowned on Thursday, May 25th. Log on to MIAALacrosse.com for schedule and ticket information. MIAA Lacrosse, where the stars of tomorrow play for a championship today. Corrigan Sports Enterprises is a full-service sports marketing and event management company. Every detail from marketing, public relations, logistics, and cleanup, Corrigan Sports Enterprises handles events from conception to fruition. The premier lacrosse and field hockey recruiting tournaments and high-profile running events. Corrigan Sports Enterprises. If you can dream it, we'll make it happen. The 2017 Under Armour Underclass Triathlon Tournament are the standard of the sport. Measure yourself against the top competition in your region as college coaches from every level flock to the tryouts to recruit talented lacrosse players. College recruiting is too competitive to miss out on this opportunity. Go to UnderArmourLacrosse.com for more information and to register now.
Magic in me. Let's go. Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold.
Woman with a great point. Behind the back,
magic in me.
Gary game behind.
At Whole Foods Market, we believe in food that's naturally beautiful, fresh, and nutritious. So there are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives in any of the food we sell. We believe in real food. Whole Foods Market.
At Kelly, we provide integrated total benefits, payroll, and workforce management solutions for employers of every size. Save time and control costs. Visit kellyway.com. Diversified Insurance Industries. Commercial and personal insurance, risk management, and specialty programs. Get more information and contact an advisor at DII-INS.com.
The Intercollegiate Men's Lacrosse Coaches Association will be presenting its first ever official recruiting event this summer. All the action takes place June 16th to the 18th at Lebanon Valley College, with hundreds of college coaches from all levels watching the teams, leading instructional sessions, and speaking at recruiting seminars. Go to IMLCANationalCup.com to learn more. The IMLCA National Cup, it's more than just a tournament.
It's been 3 years since the first Courage game, a one-of-a-kind sporting event celebrating equality and inclusion for all people. So much has changed since that time, yet the mission of the game has stayed the same. The next Courage game will take place in Providence, Rhode Island on May 28th following the NCAA Division I Women's Championship game. Braden Lang, whose story was originally showcased in the ESPN SportsCenter featured piece, will be there to play fast with purpose. Will you?
fellowship of Christian athletes. Huddles, camps, teams, building three-dimensional athletes and coaches. The Summer Rumble is headed back to Richmond June 10th and 11th and will feature top-quality competition from the USA and Canada on River City Sportsplex 12 turf fields. Your high school and youth level teams will thrive in this year's championship tournament in front of college coaches from Divisions 1, 2, and 3. Start your summer at the best run event with coolers on every bench, shade tent for every team, and an event that is fueled by Gatorade. Go to cselax.com for details and register now. Hey, Booker Corrigan here with Daniel Kelly and JT Bugliosi, the Under Armour underclass players of the game. Let's start with JT Bugliosi. JT, it was the intangibles tonight. One of the things I like to joke about is you bring a stack of intangibles that is so tall you can reach out and touch it. What do you like the most about riding?
I just love the opportunity to help out our defense and goalies, get another possession for our offense, and it just really helps the defense get an extra breather and make sure that when the ball does go down there, they're ready and well-rested.
And you said it helps the defense. It also helps Daniel Kelly. Daniel, some empty netters. I mean, God, I could have scored some of those goals.
That's right.
Yeah. Now, the riders, how big a part of your game is riding?
It's a big part. I mean, playing with Jacob and JT, I kind of let them run around and chase the guys, and if it comes to me, I get the goal.
The secret's out. He likes to let you guys run around and chase the guys, and you go get a scoring spot.
I'm not the fastest guy, so I kind of get the midi and shut the midi off.
Fast thinker.
Yeah, that's right.
I like his style. 5 goals on the night, by the way. Some of them of the spectacular variety, some of the easy variety, right?
Yep.
You take a layup every now and then.
A goal's a goal.
Yeah, no pictures on the scoreboard. Now, JT, what do you see coming up for Calvert? Let's first talk about what do you feel about your team right now after this big win?
That win just gave us a lot of confidence. I feel like we're in a good position heading into the rest of the conference play, and I think that was just a big confidence booster for everyone.
Have you ever heard of Bob Shriver?
I have.
You know, he was singing your praises during the game.
Thank you, Bob.
Do you always call him Bob?
Coach Shriver.
These things I love. Now, Daniel, you're a freshman, right?
Yes.
How nervous are you right now?
Not very nervous.
Not very nervous at all. Did I settle you down nicely?
Yes, you did.
Good for you. That's nice. Very calm. Congratulations. What about your brother Jacob? He had a hurt leg at one point. He was coming off.
I think he got stepped on by another one of our players, but he was all right.
Did you, with it being NHL playoff season, did you feel like dropping the gloves and go after the kid that stepped on your brother?
No, I did not.
You don't have any hockey in you?
I do not have any hockey in me.
Okay. Now, prom coming up. You're a freshman. You have nothing, right?
Nothing.
Should we go talk to JT about that?
Yeah, I think we should.
Do you want to ask him? What do you got?
I already have a date.
What's her name? She here?
She's not here. Her name is Leah.
Leah! You missed your big game, dude. Oh, huge bummer. Hey, the Under Armour Unclass events, you guys have been a part of that.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It's a great time, yes.
Good, clean fun, great lacrosse.
Awesome lacrosse.
Are you glad you tried out in the past?
Yes, I am glad.
Is it unbelievable? How fun was this?
It's a lot of fun.
It's pretty cool. And you got Big Frank over there. Yeah. Big Frank rocks. Yeah. Hey, Daniel Kelly, JT Bugliosi, they both played better than I did today.